exercises also has a therapeutic effect. And Dr. Rajan has innovated on a very unique yoga therapy method called measured yoga therapy, where we measure how the nadis on our fingertips are performing. And on the basis of that, we can recommend some very targeted exercises that can benefit your particular condition. So if any of you have any condition you want to talk about, you can email me or you can email Jashu Prakash, and that'll be the best way to take it forward. The email addresses are right here. A few points to note about today's yoga class. First and foremost, please follow instructions to avoid any adverse reactions. Important instruction is to keep your spine straight and take support if needed. And do your practices gently without strain. If it is too much strain on the body, then it's not yoga by definition. Also, there is a limit in duration or count. Please follow it. When you have doubt, avoid the practice or seek clarification. But remember that the liability is entirely yours. Do not multitask or merge two exercises. The slower you do, the better it is for you. The other very important thing is regular discipline practice. Yoga brings good health of mind and body. It brings inner awareness and a sense of cosmic connection. And with that, I'll welcome you all to our yoga family, and I will let Dr. Rajan start today's session.
Namaste everyone. As usual, we begin with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath in. Now we go on to the chakra vibrations. I don't see anybody new today, but if there is anybody new, please unmute yourself and say yes. Otherwise, these instructions will be minimal. Okay, so bring your awareness to the perineum and pressing on the little finger, we do Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam. 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 Release the finger and continue. Lam. Now bring the awareness 1 inch above the perineum, and focusing there, we do the mantra Vam, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. Vam. 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 Release the finger and continue.
Vam.
Vam. Vam. Release the hand, and one last time. Vam. Bring the awareness behind the navel and pressing on the middle finger, we do Ram. Ram. Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Release the fingers and continue.
Ram.
Ram. Bring the awareness in the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing on the index finger. Yam. Yum.
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 Release the finger and continue. Yum.
Yum.
Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. Hum. Hum.
Hum.
Hum. Hum.
Hum.
Release the hand, continue. Middle of the head, we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist.
Chum.
Chum. Release the hand, continue. Now bring the awareness to the top of the head, and there we do Om with thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hands and continue. Now we go on to the happy face breathing, the Ujjayi Pranayama. So those of you who know it, please proceed. For those of you who need instruction, with your eyes closed, bring your awareness to the bottommost part of your mouth that connects into the neck, the hole specifically. Focus on that hole and make a big smile. You will find a slight stretch in that hole. Focus on the stretch and inhale and exhale in a comfortable pace. You will find as you inhale, the air going through the stretch in the throat feels like a mild sucking sensation. And when you exhale, it feels like a reverse sucking sensation. Please continue. Now we go on to our respiratory mantra. Bring your awareness behind the sternum or behind in the middle of the chest, in between the breasts. And from there, we feel the flow, Haim going out to the top of the head. So visualize Haim going to the top of the head. Now bring the awareness to the chest and the lungs. And here we do the circulation mantra Haim. So visualize that the chest is vibrating. Haim, 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 Haim. Just visualize it. Now, let's go on to our spinal alignment exercises, starting with the neck exercises. Today, we will do it in a relaxed way, but if you want to bring your hands behind, you can. No problem. You can get hold of the elbows if you like. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, gently tilt your head and bring your ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, tilt the other way, and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, turn the head and look over one shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Exhale the other way. And inhale, come back. Continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. With the next inhalation, lift up the chin and take the head back. And as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest. Continue. Last exhalation. Bring the chin down to the chest. And we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle. And exhale, complete the circle. And continue. Last exhalation. Complete the circle. Now we go in the opposite direction. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And now we go to the shoulder exercise. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale, the other shoulder, lift up. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. Last inhale and last exhale. Now we go on to the hand exercises. So lift up the hands, extend out the hands, and then inhale, lift up the palm and extend out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in, make a downward facing fist. Inhale and exhale. Last inhale and exhale, hold the fist, and we go around the wrist. Inhale and exhale. Last inhale and exhale. Now we go reverse. Last inhale and exhale. Now elbows in line with the shoulders, hands in a loose fist. And we go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, close, come in. And continue. Inhale and exhale. Last inhale and last exhale. Let's go reverse. Last inhale and last exhale. Now interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the other way. Inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull the other way. Inhale, come back up. And continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Now we bring the hands behind the back and get hold of the elbows. And as we exhale, we twist and turn to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, release. Now we get hold of the hips behind the back. And as we inhale, we push on one hand and make a backward arch. And exhale, come forward. Then push on the other hand and make a backward arch as you inhale. And exhale, come forward. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we cross one leg over the other. And as you exhale, pull in and cross it over and take the head the other way. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. And let's cross over the other side. La. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now we can stand up, and as we inhale, we bend at the knees, and as we exhale, we come up. So inhale, knees bend at the knees, exhale, come up. இங்க பிடிச்சுக்கோ. Now we will bend at the hips, and those who cannot keep good balance, you can sit down, and you can just from the seated position, you can bend at the hip. Others can bring their hands behind their back, keep the feet shoulder width apart, inside of the feet parallel to each other. As you inhale, lift up the chin, pull back the shoulders, and as you exhale, push the butt out and lean forward. Keep the chin up and keep the shoulder pulled back as you lean at the hips. Inhale and slowly come up and take your seat. Now we will lift both shoulders together. Inhale and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Now when we do this, we do two more things. When you inhale, lift up the hips also as well as the shoulders. And when you inhale, bring your awareness right behind the top part of the forehead and the middle of the brain. And as you exhale and you rotate backward, feel the awareness flowing downward towards the hands and legs. So let's continue. Inhale, exhale. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we go on to just check to see whether you need alternate nostril breathing. If both the nostrils are about the same, then in which case you don't need it. But if anybody starts doing it, we can just continue for 1 more minute as we inhale, focus in the middle of the head, and exhale, feel it go downward. And then we will go on to today, the spinal mantra. Okay, let's start the spinal mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Haim, Aim, Om.
I'm Om. I'm Om. Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. I'm Shim Jim Jaim Haim I'm Om. 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 Aim Shim Jim Jaim Haim Aim 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 Om.
Now let's go on to Bhasrika. By the way, today's recording, as you saw, was a little slower in the end. How many people noticed that? Is this better? How many people feel this is better?
Yes.
This is better.
Okay, good. So we'll stay with this. Okay. So now,
And hopefully Bal Muganji will put it in the, replace this with the, in the daily email.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Now let's go on to the Bhasrika Pranayama. So keep your hands in a loose fist or hands in the belly, and let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Now keep the eyes closed and observe the sensations. Let's go on to the second round. Loose fist. Let's go. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 9. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Keep the eyes closed, observe the sensations with it. Let's go on to the third round. 1. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Keep the eyes closed and observe the sensations with it. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. Make sure you're comfortably seated with your back straight with possibly a back support. Keep your hands in any position that makes you most relaxed. Hopefully the palm is upward facing. Again, tell yourself, I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. If you have a personal mantra, focus on it. If you don't have a personal mantra, then visualize a vibration rising from behind the sternum, going up to the middle of the body and out of the top of the head. That sounds like Haim Em Om instead of Haim Em which is the respiratory mantra, same thing. And we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. Become aware of the senses from the top of the head down to the tip of the toes. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, you can raise your hands and bring it a few inches in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hands. So today on Sundays, we keep 7 to 7:30 p.m. as a time for discussion. We didn't have any topics for today. In the previous sessions, we have had topics. If there are any questions, we can deal with it. And I know some of you here have already signed up for the retreat. If any of you would, who haven't signed up, plan to sign up for the October retreat, please raise your hands. Okay. Tammy is planning to come. Okay. And Hiral Shah is planning to come. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. So any questions? Yes, go ahead. Just unmute yourself. Actually, let's make sure you can unmute. 1 second.
During Bastrika,
Yes.
I take the belly inside. That's where I can get maximum inhalation. Is there any problem doing that?
Okay. Let's make sure I understood you correctly.
Mm-hmm.
When you inhale, you take your belly in. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Now, what that means is when you say you're getting maximum breathing that way, what is happening is you're able to lift your body higher and the chest is expanding more.
Right.
You're only doing chest breathing. Now, ideally, if you're able to do fuller and better breathing, you will feel the belly come out and also the chest expand and the body lift up and the shoulder pull back. So
I'm not able to do that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. The thing is, you see, what happens is just continue with what you're doing.
Okay.
And in time, things will take care of themselves. And in any case, the other part is, are you able to do Kapalbhati when we do it?
Yes.
Okay. As you do Kapalbhati, next time you do it, at that time, just remind me, I would like to see how you're doing it.
Okay.
You see, if you're able to do it slowly or gently, then in which case it means you have this diaphragmatic sensitivity. If you have diaphragmatic sensitivity, you should be able to do the Bhastrika by taking the belly out as well as the chest expanding and shoulder pulling back and exhale. When you exhale, the belly has to go in.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. So Kumar, go ahead.
This is a reference to what we discussed last week. If a soul departs with all the karmas taken care of but not enlightened, and goes there into the and goes up as a causal body, is there any hope for that soul to further its Atma Vidya?
No, let's be clear. If the karma kleshas are not there, when the soul leaves the body without complete Atma Vidya, there is no identity of the soul anymore. It merges into the cosmic energy. So there is no identity. It is moksha, mukti.
No, I'm saying only the karmas have gone, but it probably did not, the Atma Vidya did not get to that.
That is okay. Atma Vidya is not critical to become, to have moksha.
Okay. It can still merge with the cosmic entity completely.
That is right. Patanjali Yoga Sutra clearly says that. The only requirement for merging into to go beyond rebirth and for the whole the dissolution of the entire entity is all the karma kleshas are gone.
when we say klesha, I'm saying if it still has, because when I'm saying Atma Vidya has not reached the 100%, or it is lower, that means the klesha is still there, right? The avidya is still there,
No.
correct?
No,
Okay.
that cannot be. Avidya may be there, but that doesn't mean the other elements are there. Let's understand what are the other elements. You see, there are a lot of people for whom Atma Vidya may never reach 100%, but it has reached a point where they have become, they are not affected by things anymore, and they let things go. And so when they are unaffected, slowly as the karma kleshas burn out, when they leave the body, even though Atma Vidya is not 100%, they get moksha. They dissolve into the cosmic energy. But on the other hand, why is Atma Vidya important? Because higher the Atma Vidya, you're less reactive, less prone to accumulating karma. So it is a question of higher the Atma Vidya and not necessarily having 100% Atma Vidya.
I brought this up because we discussed this last week about people in karma yoga and bhakti yoga
Yes.
not having this
Okay.
Atma Vidya in total. That's why I
Yes.
brought it up.
People who are in karma vidya, karma yoga, where people have the attitude of selflessness, just do things as they are and they don't react, they don't have an issue. But people who are in bhakti yoga, they have an issue. In the case of bhakti yoga, if they are fixated into some concept that is less than the highest God, then in which case what happens is they only reach that far and they hang over there.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So
Sahib.
go ahead. Who is next? Kulvinder, you want to say something?
I put it in the chat. What are the specific points in the spinal cord when we are doing spinal mantra for last 4 months?
Bhakti yoga, Bhakti yoga cannot get moksha because they are fixated into a different.
No. I cannot say bhakti yoga cannot get moksha. What I mean is, when people are focused on bhakti in a form that is less than the God. Okay. So what happens is you get fixated into some Mahatma or somebody, this thing form, then in which case you'll only reach that high. You will not reach God.
Sure.
Okay. If you're fixated in God, you're fine. Now, I think it is Narayani Baliga, it says, but I think it is Deepak Kini, right?
No, it's me, Dr. Narayanan.
Okay, Narayani, go ahead.
Have we done karma klesha that you had intended to do? I've not been that regular, so I don't know.
Okay, you're asking whether we have done the karma cleansing technique, right?
Yes.
Okay, actually we have not done it, but I do plan to do it in the retreats that we have. We have just announced the October retreat. Our expectation is, because we are keeping the retreat small, once we have 30 registrants, we will close it. And then we can plan for, in December, we will have a second retreat between Christmas and New Year. So right now we have opened the October one. So in those retreats, we'll plan to have it. Because what happens is, it requires a little bit more of, we need to practice it for like 3-4 continuous days. And each time it will take maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes or so. So then in which case, from our regular practice, we have to take time off, right? So that is why we have not covered it here, but in the retreat, we'll cover it. And after that, if we record it or something and put it somewhere, others can also access it.
Okay, so the information is in the regular email that Bal Mukunji sends it?
He has not, for Sahib, is Bal Mukund? No, he's gone. So he has not put it in the regular email so far. My thinking was that item number 5 and 6 related to the International Day of Yoga, tomorrow he will replace it with the with the retreat as well as the other one. What is that? The measured yoga therapy training. He's going to replace it is what I'm thinking. But in any case, just go to our website, lifeinyoga.org, and just scroll down in the upcoming events. You will see it. Click on it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody now? Dalpat Patel, go ahead. Okay, so Kulvinder, to answer your question, during spinal mantra, what are the specific points on the spinal cord where we focus on Jim Jam Hai Mai Mom? Okay, actually, Aim Shim Jim Jam Hai Mai Mom. The Jim is right at the place below the hip in the tailbone and the sacrum area.
Okay.
Jaim is just above the hip, the part below the rib region.
Oh, okay.
And then in the rib region, which is the back, that is where you have the thoracic segment where you do Haim.
Actually,
And essentially, it's not a point, the whole region.
somebody asked me, is there any specific like LN or C1 or 2C7?
No. It is the whole region, T. The whole T region is the thoracic region.
Okay.
And then the cervical region is the whole neck region, C.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And Om is back of the head.
That's why I asked. I know that part. Somebody asked me, is there a specific C1?
It's not a specific point, it's a region.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying that.
Sure. So Dalpatji, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Unless you unmute yourself, I won't hear you, Dalpatji.
Oh, now you can hear.
Now I hear you.
Okay. In Gita, Krishna Bhagavan, when Arjuna asked him which is better, karma yoga or bhakti yoga, then Krishna was replied, both are good, but then I didn't understand. I read the Gita many times, but he was saying visi-vasi. I think not I'm saying visi-vasi, but he cannot understand, He said both are good and both are not, So which is the better? Which one?
See, Bhagavad Gita should not be interpreted as an authoritative document for yoga. Okay?
Oh.
So, Bhagavad Gita should be understood as a conversation between two friends in the middle of the battlefield when one person is completely confused. And one of the friends among the two is a highly elevated soul. Right? So, what has happened is, unfortunately, for various reasons, Krishna being worshipped as the Lord, people have kept, Bhagavad Gita, whereas Bhagavad Gita is only a segment of the Mahabharata, right? It has been pulled out, whereas the real place, if you want to understand where there is no confusion, is you have to go to the Yoga Sutra, or what you can do is, actually the other confusing place, but it is comprehensive, is the Brahma Sutras of Vyasa. That is essentially the interpretation of the Upanishads. So what has happened is, for the sake of simplicity, people have said that when we read the Hinduism or Vedic literature, Sanatan Dharma, they call it as Prasthanatrayi, how you enter the understanding of Hindu tradition is the entering place is threefold: Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and the Brahma Sutras. Okay, that's how they will say it. But the thing is, basically, those are all voluminous stuff, and the essence of everything is there in the Yoga Sutras. So, from a yoga perspective, don't focus on Bhagavad Gita will be my recommendation. And the thing is, basically, after going through all the options and all of that, Krishna essentially tells Arjuna, become a yogi. Becoming a yogi is higher than everything else. Okay,
True.
So
Last
the thing is basically that is the concept we need to focus on, and don't think in terms of bhakti yoga, karma yoga, all of these. There is only one yoga, okay? And the thing is basically that yoga is about connectivity, okay? And so the thing is basically in the highest level of experience of yoga, bhakti automatically happens. That level of bhakti is called jnana bhakti, where you have complete realization, you have complete Atma Vidya, and in that Atma Vidya, you're surrendered to the Lord. So Jnana Bhakti is different from Andha Bhakti. Andha Bhakti is the place where you have problems. Then your God becomes greater than other people's God. So that is not the place where yoga is about.
Thank you, doctor. It's hard to understand all these
Yeah, so, don't worry about it. Ignore all of that. Just keep doing your yoga practices. When the time comes, it automatically opens up. So Sundaraji, go ahead.
Thank you.
Sundaraji, you're going to...
Yeah, isn't there a difference between yoga and yoga? Yoga is union with God. That's where bhakti yoga and karma yoga is different, and yoga is the method of getting there. Is there not the difference? What is the big difference between yoga and yoga?
I like the way you have brought this question, because I'm sure this is in the minds of hundreds of people. Okay. The thing is, you see, what it is yoga and yoga are one and the same. Now, what happens is the real element is it is yoga, but what happened was in the transliteration elements in Sanskrit, when you write yoga, you know, if you don't put the sound in the end, you put a small, you know, this thing there. And when you remove that, it is understood the small is at the bottom. So it is yoga. Okay. So in Sanskrit it is yoga. In Hindi, you call it as yoga. Okay. So what happens is now in the transliteration thing into English, they started using the word yoga as the A in the end, and yoga became yoga by people using it. Now, what happens is in the transliteration mechanism, if they really wanted to use the word yoga, they would have actually put over the A, they would have put a hyphen over there. That is what indicates the A. But for common people, as they read YOGA, everybody calls it yoga, yoga, yoga. It has become yoga. So there is no essential difference between yoga and yoga. Now, yoga in the initial interpretation was indeed that connectivity. Whereas on the other hand, over the use of practice, you know, what are you doing? I'm doing yoga. You never do yoga. You only experience yoga. But then I'm doing yoga. So the practices came to be known as yoga also. It is simply how the words have evolved over there.
Thank you.
Sure. So anybody else? Any question? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When we do the final mantra, suppose I've got pain in my knees. Can I just say shim, shim, shim and concentrate on that?
It will help you. And I will suggest that you do Aim Shim Jim, where you do the point before and after.
Aim Shim Jim. So I have to do 3 at a time.
That's my suggestion. It will be better because the healing requires some communication with that the spine, right? So if you do that, it may be more effective.
Okay. Okay.
So Miss Agrawal, you were going to say something?
Yes, I want to ask you the mantra you gave me, So that, you know, I try to do, but you know what happened when at night, I used to say Ram Ram when I don't sleep. So I switch sometime. I'm not for 20 minutes. I'm not able to do it. It goes into segments.
Don't worry about it. But has your sleep changed in any way?
Little better.
Little better.
Yes.
So the thing is, you see, what happens is it takes a little bit of time to make the change.
Okay.
So
if I switch to another, sometime I used to say Ram Ram. So automatically, without thinking, I just start saying that and then come back to Im.
That's fine, no problem. This is natural because you have been doing Ram Ram for 30 years.
Right.
And so the thing is, you see, automatically you'll have that tendency, but
That's
then come back to him each time, you know, you drift.
okay.
And this is the nature it works. And as long as the sleep is improving, you're in the right direction.
And one more question. One
Yes.
more is that what is the proper way to pronounce Om? You have to fill up the air in the body and then go Om?
No. There are different uses for different purposes.
Ji.
You see, if you're going to do it simply for the purpose of meditation, which for you, you don't need it. Okay. If
No,
a
somebody
person,
asked me that we have a discussion about how to
yeah,
pronounce the
if it is only for the purpose
Mhm.
of a meditation, you do it silently in your mind, and when you do it silently in your mind, it goes Om, 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 Om. That's how it goes. But that is only for a person for whom that's their personal mantra.
And the
But
way
when you chant it together as a group,
Mhm.
there is a different purpose for it.
Okay, the one we pronounce when you do with us. So should I fill up the air in the body first?
Exactly. You take a deep breath in,
Okay.
and then you do Om.
Oh.
Now, there are different schools of thoughts in the Om. Actually, in the Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Purana, you see, somebody has described how a Om should be done. And the Om sound should come like a ghantanad. Okay. And so the thing is basically, but what it is in the spiritual system of how Om is done, when we do it 3 times, the first Om is to take the vibration beyond the body. Second Om is to take the vibration beyond what is called the Surya and the Chandra Mandala, which means going beyond the solar system. Okay. And then the third Om is considered going beyond the created universe, so that you can reach the Lord.
Okay.
So that is the connectivity why each one, the vibration changes a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Tammy, go ahead.
Oh, going on the Om still, I was wondering, so you said it's for when there's a group of people that we do the 3 Ohms. Is that when you do 3 Ohms, when there's a group of people?
You can do 3 Ohms at any time. For yourself, if you want to, get rid of all the clutter from your head and you want to sit, you can do 3 Ohms anytime. There is no problem. But when we meet as a group, we do it as a 3 Ohms so that everybody is able to remove the clutter and try to seek to get the higher connectivity with the Lord.
And then may I speak about the final mantra also? I notice a difference when it's the faster, it kind of is like a racetrack. It feels like, you can feel like energy zipping. And this time it was like splotchy. I wonder what the BioWell reading would be, because it was like, I could feel it just from your voice. I wasn't even saying it.
I can empathize with you. I like the faster one.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay. But the thing is, basically what happens is, with the faster one, I feel more vibration than the slow one. Okay. But on the other hand, each person is different. What makes it feels better for them, right? So we'll go with whatever most people feel better, right?
I couldn't tell what felt better. I didn't know what is supposed to feel, I'd try it again just to see.
Yeah, do the comparison if you want to, and whichever works for you, fine.
Okay, thank you so much.
Different strokes for different folks, right? Okay. Actually, this Om going all the way to the Lord is actually described in the Chandogya Upanishad. And so in the Chandogya Upanishad, Om is considered Udgita. Udgita is the high chant, Om. The word Om has been described in different words in different texts. So you can call it Om, you can call it Pranava, and you can also call it as Udgita. Yes. And so the word Pranava and Udgita have special meaning. Udgita in itself means the high chant or the high vibration that reaches the Lord. Whereas on the other hand, Pranava, it has a very, very special meaning. The Anu means the smallest particle. Anava means the nature of the smallest particle. And the Pranava means the nature of the smallest particle that is connected with the divinity of creation. So the thing is, you see, some people will say Om is the vibration of the smallest particle and the vibration of the cosmos. Okay, so the word Pranava itself has that kind of meaning. Actually, in Sanskrit, anytime you add the word pra in front of any word, like kriti means composition. Prakriti means prakrishta kriti. The pra in front of any word means prakrishta. Prakrishta means what is integral. And what is integral to what? What is integral to the nature of creation and God? That is what the prakrishta means. So the prakrishta kriti is prakriti, prakrishta anava is pranava. Yes. Go ahead, Sundaraji.
It in many places, Om is spelled as A-U-M. Aum. They say those three sounds are important in Om rather than just saying the O.
No, actually what it is that is what you call as the splitting hairs. And what happens is there is one Upanishad, and I'm trying to think whether it is Mandukya Upanishad or I think it's Mandukya Upanishad, where the nature of Om is discussed. And in the discussion of the nature of Om, is considered Brahma, U is considered Vishnu, and Ma is considered Mahesh. Okay? So what happens is, people who start to split hairs, they prefer to say Auma. Whereas on the other hand, the real vibration is Om.
All right. Thank you.
You know, sometimes when you split hairs, you get pieces, not the whole. Okay. So we will close over here. Namaste, everyone. See you all tomorrow.
Namaste ji, namaste.
Namaste.
Very good.